That's the saucer, the 3-mile wide saucer from the STS-75. The tether incident, where the tether broke off and all these objects started appearing around the satellite that drifted away from the space shuttle on the mission STS-75. And that's a comparison to the object that appeared next to the sun. In fact, there was several of them, but this one is hundreds of times bigger than that one. It has the same notch in the back. Apparently that's where the electromagnetic engine it draws its power from the vacuum, according to Ron Stewart. He said that craft on the left easily could produce 9 quintillion volts. Just imagine the immense power that thing has, and it produces a gravity wave, a quantum wave that go back and forth from the center of the craft to the edge and back. And that's why the hole in the center fluctuates. It looks like it expands and contracts. And that's how but in this image, these people fail to see all these structures that are right under the sun corona. I mean, these are the structures in space that few people have noticed. People have failed to notice that the space is more complex than I don't think the scientists, not even NASA, know exactly what this whole thing is. This is like way beyond our knowledge. But those entities, these reptilian entities, because that's what they show over and over and over, the image projected on the skin of the craft. That's how they identify each other, who is in the craft, and so there will be no conflicts out there. These people are really, really feisty. And you can see a reptilian entity projection right there on this image. Look at that, right there. It's like a gigantic dinosaur head. Left eye, right eye with a reptile pupil and the snout. You can see the mouth is dark, but it's possible to see the details in this image. I wish somebody that knows how to do Photoshop would do some work on this deal, because it would be amazing what would be showing there. But there are so many other things in the structures everywhere, right under the sun, all around the sun, in fact. There's all these structures. There's another reptile-looking head up here, but this is sort of structures. It's just they make them to look like them. In fact, this one right here has another set of eyes that are looking to the right, like it's looking at this craft. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at his eyes right there. And he's looking straight at this craft right there that is on the side of the sun corona. It just appeared, and it has a hexagonal shape. It's not round, not at all. And it has a notch exactly like the one from the STS-75 mission. So you can see that's what Dr. Bergrum, I mean, he just nailed it on the head. This is a reptilian, artificially made and controlled by those reptilian entities that are civilization type 3, they control electromagnetism. And when you control that type of level of energy, gee, my God, it's practically limitless. What you can do is amazing. This type of physics is way out of our reach so far. Of course, the military-industrial complex has they have made deals with these entities. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been going anywhere, because this entity has shut down every Russian orbiter that has gone to Mars, to the moon. They don't last for some weird reason. Apparently, they don't have the same kind of deal with these people as the Americans. So we just I'm just gonna keep showing all these structures that are right there under the sun. And when this guy made this video, all he did was get fixated on the craft, but he didn't see any of this. So what kind of investigator are they? The so-called researchers, UFO researchers, they don't know nothing. They have no idea what they're looking for and who they're dealing with. Look, right there is another, it changes expression, that thing. Now it's still looking to the right, but it has like a smile or something on his face. Check it out. Well, not a smile, no, not really. You can see that it's like it looks like some kind of a, I don't know how to describe that thing, but it has another face right next to it, and then a big eye here and another eye here, but that eye, these big eyes are individually heads. That's how they build everything. And then there is this one that is in between the two eyes, and it's a smaller face right there, and it looks like it has the mouth open or rectangularly. It's incredible. This is just amazing how this entity can really do this kind of things. Let me see, with this extra filter is too dark. Too many filters. But if I can just show the and you can see right there, this is his face right there, and there is this other bigger face. It's like our pyramid says, one, it's a face within a face within a face, I mean, exponentially. And every part of the face is another face on its own. I mean, they'll never make one thing that looks simple. It has to have different looks. And you can see clearly right there, this is a bunch of structures, big time. That's what this guy failed to see when he found the saucer craft, which by the way is many, many times bigger than Earth. That's the part that is hard to digest. All these structures and things that are here are way many times bigger than Earth. So just think about the scale. And I cannot even imagine the size of these entities. Some of them must be like miles tall. I mean, it's just hard to swallow all this. It's just very difficult to think in that kind of terminology. You know, somebody that make a statue on the moon that is about 30 miles tall. Imagine what cannot they do. Look at this other sculpture. Right there you can see a pair of eyes. I mean, nothing they do is simple. Nothing. Look at that, in between the face, the right eye, look at the vertical pupil, and then the left eye. There is this structure right here. And then you see another face right there. It's a smaller face, but it's a structure at the same time. Really, all of that are structures. How they do this and why it only shows in certain wavelength is because they vibrate at different frequency than the human eye can perceive. So only with electro-optical devices is when you can detect all these things that are invisible to our naked eye. That's why they can be next to you, you don't see them. A cat or a dog, an animal that can see in the dark really well and can see fast-moving things, it will capture the image. It immediately will capture. They don't like that. That's something that they stay away from, cats especially. And look, there is another monster-looking structure here next to that one. You can see it right there. Look at that one. I mean, these are sinister-looking expressions, so I don't think these are friendly at all. These entities are not our friends, and I don't know why we are in their environment. Why are we put here? I mean, it's like we are their victims, practically. We are the cattle for them. Why in the world God, the Creator, put us here in this, you know, maybe it wasn't meant for us to know all of this, and that's why when the snake gave the fruit of knowledge to Adam and Eve, that's when we realized that this is no roses, what we are told before. This is no paradise at all. We are in a really hard-ass environment. So now it becomes a question of